How are you, Reb Simcha? Okay, we're recording. So, Hilchos Lashon Hara Klavov Sif. Is that a hey? Hey,
Hey,
hey. And now let's go back to our topic. The Mashkosam Sif Beis, what we wrote earlier, the Afil Shmias Lashon Hara Isu Torah. The Chofetz Chaim told us something important to know. Not only is Kabbalah's Lashon Hara Asur, but even listening, unless there's a Toelas. Because this is the thing we have to understand. Even if there's a Toelas, you can't be Makab. It's not a heta to be Makab Lashon Hara. Toelas is a heta to listen to it and to be choshev. Toelas is also a heta for the person to say the Lashon. But as far as you're never allowed to be Makab the Lashon Hara. The best you can do is be choshesh. You can do your own investigation. You could take measures to protect yourself based on, like he says, the halachas of Toelas are at the end of the Sefer. So he said, but stam listening to Lashon Hara is also. Hainu leilach for l'shma. He says that Isser is if I go to listen. Ava, what happens in Yosha b'chaburas hanosh? I'm sitting among some people since kapsul inyan ma. We got together for some type of meeting, something. So on the bottom he says what he means to say the inyan ma in the Berman Chaim. Pirish lafuke to exclude imuyades in kebutzam shululei tzanos Lashon Hara. We're not talking in a case where I went there, so I understand that they gathered for Leitzanus Lashon Hara. Even if at the beginning they were eating and drinking together, have a meal together, there also there he's no head to go sit there. Because he knows that this will develop, and he knows that he won't be able to leave. Come on, and his rebuke wouldn't help. So in such a case, we're not talking about that. We're talking they got together, let's say a business meeting. And then they started speaking to Ramasurm and he's stuck. And he evaluates the situation. His teichacha will not help absolutely at all. Totally resist. And now it depends. If he said, gentlemen, excuse me, I need the bathroom, or my wife's calling, whatever, and he could leave. Or another option is to put his fingers into his ears so he won't hear what they're saying. Mitzvah He's doing a tremendous mitzvah. As the Gemara Ksuva says, the Gemara discusses the different fingers and the purposes of your fingers. One of them is to put it in your ears. But let's say you can't. And again, as he sees the situation, that's why the Chofetz Chaim appreciates human something. I don't know what the word is. I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm not going to be able to sit here in front of these people and put my fingers in my ears. I can't. I'm sorry. I guess we would have thought, too bad if you can't. It's mutter shir shaita, for your whole life, rather be Russia. But the says, I know myself. I'm not going to be able to do that. That's why very difficult. I'm going to be the mocking stock of the town. And I'll be on the front pages of all the newspapers. And I'm not going to do it. I'll go upon him. So what does he have to do? He's stuck there. He didn't realize it was going to develop into Lashon Hara. He's stuck there. And so I'll go upon him. At least what he has to do, the minimal, is he has to strengthen himself. He has to be ready to save his nefesh in this Eis Tzara. And battle the Yetzer Hara. Today, what's the battle? Today, Shelo Yikosh al Koponim B'Isur Deraisa Shmiya V'Kabbalas Lashon Hara. that at least he shouldn't transgress. Yes, the battle, but he shouldn't be over on the east of the right of listening and kabbalah social. In order to do that, there are three pratim. She's over here ma'oid. Be very careful with them. Be not side canal, and at least you'll save yourself from transgressing an Issa Daraisa. Number one, Yachlit benafshik. You have to have a real hachlata, veheskim gomer, sholilahamin hadivrei genush mesapon chavrim. You gotta, has to be in your blood. I'm not going to believe what they're saying. Number two, lo yenichale b'shmei sipur masur meila. You can't enjoy, you can't be happy that they're saying. Right? Good stories. I'm not going to believe it, but no, you can't be nicha hearing these stories. These stories are surim. And number three, gam yamad alatzma shalaharis fnei misaprim shum tenua. I have to be careful not to make any type of facial motion or any type of motion shiura mimena that would indicate to maskim l'devreim that I agree. Can't nod, can't smile. Acheshav Kevin Dumam, rather you should sit there like a stone. In no way project any acceptance, any belief of that story. And if there's a way that you can show that you're upset by what they're saying, that they will understand from what you're expressing, your body language, that you don't agree to their dvarim, so that would be the best. So you have to make a hachlota you're not going to believe. You have to make a hachlota that I'm not at all accepting of what they're saying, and I'm not happy they're saying, and I'm not interested in what they're saying, and in no way show any type of body language that you're agreeing, preferably even to have body language that you're when is it if when you join them, they weren't speaking Dvarim Asurim, and now you're stuck. You can't leave. But at the point preceding this, when you wanted to join them, they already started talking. I mean, I guess let's say there's a business meeting. And when you walk in, they're waiting for everybody to come. They're talking Lashon Hara, they're talking about somebody. Or the opposite. Once they're speaking Lashon Hara, I could walk out. And I don't. Well, let's say I know these people. I know them. That their desire is always to speak bad. And yet, even though you know that that's their nature, now you're not joining them for that, but you know that's their nature. Even if you don't at all assist them in their words, you don't join them, and you're not happy with what they're saying, you're considered a sinner, just like them. You shouldn't have sat down there. You shouldn't have joined them. You knew this is what was going to happen. Because you transgressed the words of Chazal. That they commanded us to stay away from things that are not proper. And certainly it's true. But certainly, if my intention is to hear what they're saying, even if I don't gonna believe it, is mentioned this already. You'll be engraved, scribed above, b'sefer zechonis, b'shem ish rosho ba'al lashon hara. Kedisa b'pirkei Rebbe Eliezer b'tzavos Rebbe Eliezer agodo shetzivul v'noi horkanus. Don't sit together with those speaking bad about others. Because the words when the words go up, but they're written down. And all those who are standing there in this group, even if they're not speaking, they're written as a chabura of evil, or by lashon hara. On the bottom in Yud Ches, I see, he said that Chazal commanded us l'srachik, so he taka refers back to the Gemara in Ois Yud Ches, to the Gemara in Suvis, that they Chazal shetzivu shemishma adam davar sheina hogun. Person hears something that's wrong. You should put your finger in your ears. So there you have clear Chazal saying that you shouldn't be listening. But then take it. It's even better in our times because it's hard to put your finger in, is that you have to go away. Okay. Let's go to Shiras Halshon. This is a big one. Okay. Perik Tesvav, Sharas Zechira Perik Tesvav. Bayivar Goydel Avoin Hamachloikis. Okay, a little, which obviously is caused by Lashon Hara many times. The great Aveira of Machloikis, V'Goydel Onshay, and its tremendous punishment, V'Gam Shal Yidei Zeh, and also how that leads us, L'Shar Avoinus Hamurim, to other very serious Aveiras. From all that we've spoken, a tremendous punishment there is for Lashon Hara in this world and the next world. We could understand how far we should stay away from the Aveira of Machlokes. He says, because besides the severity of the Aveira of Machlokes, Kasher Navarra, as we will explain, it's also a reason, something that will bring you to other serious Averas. The Hainu, the Sinas Chinam, Lashon Hara, Chilas, Kas, Oinos Dvorim, conflicting emotional pain, Abonas Panim, embarrassing, the Kima, Netira, Ukloli, Shochinam, and curses for no reason, to the Kapech, Panosas Kaverei, can bring you to cause a person to lose his Parnosa, Pam Gamachil Hashem Chas V'Shalom. Shavoyna Godo Admoy, that the Avera, the punishment, the Avera of Chil Hashem is tremendous. Gamoti Lova Edezeh, and further, Yisur Chanufa. Flattery. Shebezeh Moishech Elavanoshe B'Machlokos. So that's how he draws people in to his Machlokes, Kin Shmatinu B'Korach. As we find by Korach, Mashamu Chazal ala Posuk, so the Gemara there says in Sanhedrin, B'Mashech Nifu leKorach, Shenoslam Ugais, Korach gave out cake. Korach Aleim Sar Shel Gehenim Shinav. So the Sar of Gehenim, closed his mouth, his teeth on them. The Gambo Yidei Machotzi Dei Leitzonus. It brings you to Letzonus Loitz, it's to mock Alatzache Kenegdoi, to mock the other side, Vilimshach was Anosham Latzosa, and to bring other people into your camp. This is all of this is what the father of all the Machlokes, the first Baal Machlokes, who Kairach, Kilisa be Medrash Rab Pashas Kairach, as is brought in the Medrash Rab. Yidu Einish Leitzonus. We know that the punishment for Leitzonish Tfilosi Yisurim starts with suffering, with Sefer Kloya, and the end is destruction. My Shamu Chazal. Yeah, he doesn't bring the Chazal. He says even more. It's Kamach Kayetzim Afatel Chazek Samachloikis, and the Yitzhak convinces you to strengthen the Machlokes, and to bring more people in. And you're afraid that they may back out and you'll be left all alone. Yosis Hayetzer, the Yitzhak will convince you that you are so, that they all promise, they all swear that they're on your team. Says the Gemara in the Medrash describes all of this going on by Korach, Dosan Vaviram. Says, take a look, my brother. There's such blindness in this. It's very. It's you're being over on Shua Shav Chai Nishba Lavar al mitzvah. You're swearing to transgress the mitzvah, which is a Shua Shav. And the mitzvah, I guess.
Hadavar.
Right.
It's close to it. It's similar.
It's close to it. Yeah. Right. He's not going to say it's mamish.
Right.
Even fulfill a shua, it still would be a shua shav because it's the kaya. It's I guess levatos a mitzvah, lavaros a mitzvah, right? Shnishbal lavaros a mitzvah. These are b'simin reish lamed ches sif hey. We'll get back to that in a minute. And we know tremendous punishment. Shochet doesn't cleanse you for this. Lo yenake. So I'm only writing all this, right? To show everyone clearly, how people are blinded and they don't realize what the fire they're dealing with. Even if at the beginning your intention wasn't so much the wrong. Says at the end it leads one into the other. Anyone knows the nature of people, it's almost an automatic pilot that's where you're going to end up with. The Yetzirah has a trick, a plan, that he conquers even the other Mashalom. He'll just get you upset, angry, and Nitzochen is like we have a certain need to be right, to win. Once you lost it, once you're a kas, and I guess you have this Nitzochen in you, anything that's in the way gets straightened out. The Yitzhar will show you, feed you all kind of heterim. Besides that, he'll allow you to speak Lashon and Achilas v'gamay nos dvarim. Yitzhar will encourage you. That you should know about these people that we're dealing with. Also, you're not allowed to have rachmanis on them. And it's a mitzvah. Okay, so you have to be very, very careful when you make up mitzvahs. Now, let's go back to the Haggadah. He was quoting the Shulchan Aruch here. Deloimi boy. Certainly true that Rabbeinu Yen B'Shari Tshuva boys Nun Zayin U'V'Smagloi Tasaku Zayin B'Psichos V'Sheish Lav Gomo Anamachzik B'Amachoikes. Right, he says it's a shvua shav because you're swearing to be over on a mitzvah. He says certainly according to Shari Tshuva and the Smag, who say that it's a real love. It's a love to be machzik in machoikes. B'vadi b'kal shvua shav. This Brian is responding to what you were medayik that he said it's korev hadam. So he's saying according to Rabbeinu Yoina and the Shari and the Smag. It's certainly, you made a shvua to be part of this machlokes, and that's a lav gomer. But even for the others who list the mitzvahs, they didn't count this machzim machlokes as one of the lavin. Still says the Chofetz Chaim, it would seem. Shubakal lavar is a mitzvah. Why? It's because there's many psukim in the Torah that refer the meramis to the avera of machlokes, and it's more severe than the whole isa of chatzishir to eat. Let's say chatzishir something else. This Rabbi Rak Mikol. The whole isa of chatzishir is based on a word Mikol. So therefore you should go to Chacham and be shoal on your shvua. And you shouldn't ask based on what we had considered the Mikra Din Mikri Dovazen Nishpa Levata Samitzvah. The Mikra Din, this is called Nishpa Levata Mitzvah. Mimadis B'Sanhedrin, you could say, Vishtaboili Bahadayu. That there, whoever it is said, Kvanishpati Tam I swore. Shemikruli, that if they call me Elechim, I will go with them. So what should I do? Right? I guess it's discussing over there the story with Korach. Atam Chaldos Chanoadim Al Hashem, the Efsha Daimler also tshuva. Because it's possible there he didn't do tshuva, V'choshav Shadin Ima, he thought he was correct. Oh, that's with what's his name? Oin Ben Pelas. That his wife said he was the part of this party.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And his wife said, what are you doing? It's a lose-lose situation for you. He said, but what should I do? I swore that I'm going to go with them. Right? Right? And if it's a shvua, levatos hamitzvah, so I think it's batel. So what is the Gemara? And the Gemara accepts the fact that he said, I already swore to them. So he says that it could be he didn't think it was wrong at that point. Just that he was listening to his wife who argued with him and said, what do you have here to gain? Ima Rav and Talmida, right? Perish my Yotzelachomizeh. In Moshe Rav, I tell Talmud, if Korach's the Rav, you're the Talmud, you have nothing to gain, I ain't shom. You might ask, well, why do you need an Eitzah? In Nishba Levatas HaMitzah. K'mo Shom Alehem Moshe Rabbeinu Olav Hashem Kedis Hashem. Rak Lebesayv Shiro Kolas Hanes. Shenivlu Ba'aretz, when everyone saw the nest that they were swallowed, also Tshuva Gunal Zeh. So then he took it to Tshuva V'yoshav Zeh Baninus Kol Yom of Kedis Hashem. Inami Shoyori Lavar Ala Shvua B'Farhesya. He was afraid to transgress the Shvua publicly, Shlehergu Karach V'Adosai. And therefore, that they shouldn't call him. So his wife came up with a plan, right? They came looking for him. She pulled down her hair, uncovered her hair, they ran away. Okay.